What's up, Elder Scrolls Nation? Skullzi here with some pretty big and interesting news. Now this news can show us just how different Elder Scrolls 6 could be, and I definitely want to hear your opinion on it, so listen and make sure you let me know in the comments below what you think, unless you turn into a werewolf, in which case, get the hell away from me as quickly as possible. Now this news revolves around something that kind of happened in November, late October. If you haven't heard about it before, I wouldn't be surprised because I've only heard about it myself recently. Bethesda did a pretty good job at not announcing this or saying anything really about this. So here we go. Now it's about the lead writer. Now some of you may be excited to hear this because I know that Elder Scrolls games have been criticized for their writing. Some of the main quest lines people say were a little underhanded. I actually like the writing. I do agree that it could have been improved a little bit, but for the most part, I love the lore and the writing in Elder Scrolls. Now, for a while, the lead writer and senior designer for Fallout and Elder Scrolls used to be an individual called Emil Payarulo. Now, to give you a little bit of background into who he is and just how far back in the Bethesda Game Studios he goes, we're going to take just a quick look at his timeline. Before joining Bethesda, Emil Payarulo worked for Eidos on the Thief series, so you can see how the Thief series and Elder Scrolls kind of have some similarities in what he was able to bring to the Elder Scrolls franchise. Now, he joined during Oblivion, and he was the lead writer for the Dark Brotherhood questline, so that's where he got his feet wet in the Elder Scrolls timeline, way back in Oblivion. So that's kind of early in Elder Scrolls lore-ish, compared to some of the new players that are joining us now. I go way back to Daggerfall. I played Arena afterwards, but you can see that he goes way, way back. Now, he went from just being the lead writer for the Dark Brotherhood questline of Oblivion to being the senior writer for the entire game and the lead designer for Fallout 3. And then he also carried that over to Skyrim and then Fallout 4 as well. So you can see just how much of an influence Emil Payarulo had in the Elder Scrolls and even Fallout games. And yes, he is no longer the lead writer at Bethesda anymore. Back in October, a YouTuber named Mr. Matty Plays, he's actually pretty awesome. You should go check him out right now. He noticed that on Twitter, Emil Payarulo, it changed. His little words and stuff changed. The words and stuff no longer said lead writer. Now they say design director. Now, he was lead designer as well for many games for Fallout 3, Fallout 4, Skyrim. Now, I could see that because lead designer and lead writer kind of go together. They kind of are supposed to coexist because he kind of want to design the world around the story that he's trying to tell in the game. It seems, though, recently that he's no longer the lead writer, he's now the design director. So could that mean that we will have a new lead writer for future Bethesda Game Studio projects, including Elder Scrolls 6? Probably.
Mike knows many things, no?
Now, what does this mean? Now, don't freak out because that doesn't mean that Elder Scrolls lore, upon its foundations, will change forever. Because Emil was not part of that. He was not part of creating the entirety of the Elder Scrolls lore. While his stories did have a major influence on them, I guarantee you that Pete Hines and Todd Howard worked with him to develop a game that would still stick to the roots of the lore and the stories that they were trying to tell. The lore masters of the game are Todd Howard and a few other individuals, Julian LaFay. Elder Scrolls developed as a D&D campaign a long time ago between friends. Those friends, including Todd Howard, carried Elder Scrolls on to where it is now. Being the lead writer, while it has an influence on the lore, you just develop the way the narrative is told, the way the story is told, as well as some actual lore-changing things. But for the most part, yes, this will not kill Elder Scrolls lore or change it forever. It will just affect the way that future narratives of future games are told, and maybe the writing might have a little bit of a different vibe to it. But it will still be Elder Scrolls. It will still feel like Elder Scrolls. You will still be in the legit Elder Scrolls lore. The lore will not change forever. This isn't anything major. So yeah, this is pretty interesting news, and it's kind of the most recent news we have about the Elder Scrolls 6, or anything that could affect the Elder Scrolls 6 at least. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Are you excited for the new direction that Bethesda Game Studios could go and that Elder Scrolls 6 could go in terms of writing and narrative? Or do you think this could somehow negatively affect the game? And remember, if you love Elder Scrolls and you like my content, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss a single video, because I'm trying to build an awesome community of fans. I interact with all the comments, and sometimes I yell at you for some reason. It just comes with the channel. I'm sorry. Anyway, don't forget to turn notifications on as well, because you don't want that little bell to be sad. I mean, if his little check mark thing isn't checked, he kind of cries. And as always, thank you for watching.